What inspired me to write The Dream Giver is people wanted to know what's the flip side to the prayer of Jabez. If I ask God to bless me and expand my territory, I'm asking him to do that for me. But the flip side of that is, what about me? What can I do to live my life to its complete fullness? How can I live the dream that I wish could come true? And what the book does is it tries to boil all the way down into a practical step-by-step of how to find your dream, how to embrace it, and how to live in such a way that by the end of your life, you're standing on the finish line saying, I lived the dream. You know, the question of whether or not everybody has a dream is in the back of almost everybody's mind. They know they have a dream, but they wonder, I wonder what percentage of everybody has a dream. Now that I've talked to so many people about this, I've been utterly convinced, not only theoretical but practical, that everybody not only has one primary dream that they long to do, wish they could do, but they also have a number of other side shoots from that dream that I'd love to do that, I'd love to do that. And my conclusion is everybody has a multiple set. It's almost like a tree with branches inside of them. And beneath the surface is this core part of who they are wanting to come out to the top. That's their dream. Everybody's got it. I would say one of the surprising things about a dream is people severely underestimate their importance. If you don't have a dream, if you don't have something you're going toward, then you are wandering in a land that's not really your destiny. You're waiting for this to happen, or this thing occurs, or somebody asks you to do something, and you are just kind of wandering in whatever takes place rather than, I am going toward a destiny that my heart is thrilled about and I know I'm supposed to do. I think there's very few things as important as knowing your dream or knowing enough about your dream to pursue it in a direction, because that's where fulfillment and saying, I've done something that really makes a difference. It's in the direction of your dream. You know, there are numerous things that stop a person from following their dream. Everybody's dream is overwhelming to them. I've never yet met somebody who had a little tiny dream. I've never met anybody who said, I don't want to do my dream. Every single person has a dream that is bigger than they can imagine. Therefore, they don't want to tell anyone because they don't know quite if they could do it. But what begins to take place is people think, I can't do that dream. It's too big. And they make a decision that says, because I can't do it today, it shouldn't mean that I can't do it next year if I proceed in this direction. So I think number one, people misunderstand that there's a lot of growth capacity in them. And if the dream's inside of them, they are meant to accomplish it. I think the second reason is all of us have a safety net, a comfort zone that we live in. And the dreams that we have are never inside of what we're doing at the present. They're always way out there. They're always in this faraway land. And as you get to the edge of your comfort zone, you begin to feel really uncomfortable and fearful. And you say to yourself, that can't be the right dream, because I wouldn't feel so afraid. And therefore we run way back and we say, you know, when I don't feel afraid, then I'm going to do my dream. And the problem is, you'll never stop being afraid at the edge of your comfort zone. You have to pay the price. To follow the dream, you have to pay the price of saying, I'm going through the wall of fear. And now that the book's been in the marketplace for a little while, I have so many people coming to me. I mean, they come up to me and they say something like this. You know, I had no idea you were reading my life. And when I read this book, it's like you've just read my whole life story. And I know exactly what's going on in my life for the first time. Then I have parents who come up to me and say, you know, I love that story at the beginning about Ordinary, who has this dream in his heart because he doesn't want to be a nobody. He wants to be a somebody, and he needs to follow his dream. And I have many parents come up and say, I'm reading this to my 7-year-old and 9-year-old kids at night, and they won't let me stop reading it. So this book is an everyone book. Everybody who reads this book doesn't say, this isn't for me, or I don't like this. People come up and say, you know, this is the way life really is. I'm so glad, finally, to understand the dream world that I'm living in. I think the older we grow, and the more we have lived, the more we realize that life is precious. And that it's, although when we're younger it feels like it's going to last forever, and we can't see the finish line, the older you get, the closer you get to your finish line, and the more you begin to think, what did I trade my life for? I lived my life, and I have something in exchange for it. And it's those people who say, I'm going to switch my life for the dream. I'm going to give my time, my energy, some of my finances, I'm going to sacrifice to do the dream that's in my heart. I'm not going to say I can't. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to give excuses. I'm going to find a way to live my dream, even if nobody else believes in it but me. You know, it's those people, as they get older, who are the ones that other people say, boy, that person's a genius. Look what they've done. Or, man, I wish I could have a life like that. And they misunderstand that that person is the same as they are, only they paid the price to follow the dream, where another person either rationalized reasons why they couldn't do the dream or weren't willing to pay the price tag. It's the people then that follow the dream that toward the end of their life aren't looking back with a huge hole of regret. They're looking back saying, you know, I accomplished what I was supposed to do on this life, and you know, it was important, it was significant, and I had a full life, and it made a big difference to a lot of people. You know, I think it's pretty normal for a human being to want to dream to make a lot of money. And the younger you are, the more that's a part of your dream. Because you link two things. Making a lot of money means I'll be happy because I'll be successful. And as a person begins to pursue that, you soon find out that that is a selfish dream. I'm living to get money for me because I have the money, then I can buy what I want, go where I want, do what I want. But you know, everything that is what I want ultimately isn't what you want. And until you learn that the dream is bigger than what you want, you'll never discover your destiny. Your destiny is, making money is fine, it's a part of it, but to be honest with you, making a lot of money, a lot of my friends have made a lot, doesn't bring any more happiness to the person. But neither does poverty bring happiness either. It's not poverty or wealth that brings happiness, it's what are you giving your life in exchange for that brings happiness. Because I've met some people who struggle for tomorrow's food, who live an extremely significant life and are filled with joy and happiness and fulfillment. And I've met people who are got $500-600 million and are empty inside. So the issue of wanting to be wealthy or having a dream to be wealthy is a normal person's dream, but it's not meant to be the final place you're going. It's usually something you grow through and you grow over and you realize, you know, that's not really the essence of life. It's part of life, but it certainly isn't the essence of it. Dreams come from different places. I think there's dreams that come from our own emotions and our own thoughts. We see something and we say, I would love to do that right there. That's maybe yours. Sometimes somebody comes alongside of you and puts their arm around you and say, you know, I could see you doing this right over here. And as soon as you hear that, something happens in your mind and you say, whoa,